So how it works there, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinwall, Nelton Anderson, Don Wiley, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Doug King, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Bitted Bat Ford, Blue Boy Boxes, Robo Rapist Night, Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Ellery. Come on, I know you're trying to gather them so you can swap teams there in Robo Knight and Attila Man, but let me give you an example where your Carney backfires Robo Knight. So if you needed Balboa Park Jimmy, and the Boyd set him in to be a blue, and you guys screw him over country and western and screw up his brain and take his stuff and trick him all the time, then how are you guys going to get it to work, Robo Knight? See, Ellery, as you broadcasted your noise across the water to who knows how many people with your friends, if you screw over PT Cruiser Julie, and you guys need her, how are you guys going to get it to work, Harry? I know you went and probably kissed her ass. And then you guys did the hillbilly swap with the other Julie, right? Red Randy, right? And that's what you got to do. Money, 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 right? But if you also guys need Mark, and you guys screwed him over, then how are you guys going to get it to work? If you guys screw me over, Harry, Robo Knight, the Carney Man, Rapist Carney Man, how are you guys going to get it to work? See how you can start backtracking it? Well, there's probably tons more. And this is where the Carney, Bernard, and what you do fails. Because you have a general, not a general, but a generational line of you guys out here or across the states beating up the wrong people. Like you started out with Robo Rapist Night and your team. Pickett Street, Jamaica Street, Antilla Man. That's not all American. That means you're an abuser. How many others did you do it to? I keep listing off fathers' names. If you screw them over, then you need them, Bernard. How are you going to get it to work, Harry? Babysitter of Jamaica Street, all-American, pretending to be the hero, Joe. You know what happens when you get a man running around trying to be a hero in everybody's business all the time? It generally means that man with the fat ass stealing the rainbow and all that stuff has a bigger thing to hide. What they really did. If you need Unabomber Man, then and you guys screw him over, then how are you guys going to get it to work? And if you put them in jail and frame them Negroes, and then you need them, why would they do anything for you? See, Ellery? So if we keep backtracking and backtracking and backtracking, we find all this stuff is you guys that keep asserting that you're the dominant species or the rulers of the earth, Perlita and Dave and Robo Knight and Harry and Joe, but you never really were. You are the rulers of getting in everybody's shit and making everybody's life miserable. But then when it comes time to produce a product, you guys can't do it. So Robo Knight, whispering faggot to Fairmount. If you screw over Fairmount Cemetery, Dave, and you guys are digging through graves and stuff, then how are you guys going to get it to work? If you're Carney carving Robo Knight and you make fun of McDonald's and my face is Carney carved with the Schwartzes and Bailey and Kim and Karen, you're screwed around with Godfrey's stuff and or Holly and Amanda's. Joe, if you screw over Holly and Amanda and you lied to them, how are you going to get it to work? If you lied about Michael, how are you guys, and you need him, how are you going to get it to work? If you screwed over Sasha Britches and you raped her and me and you needed us because she is a blue and I was a blue and you were just a jealous fag, Bernard, with your teammates, then how are you guys going to get it to work? If you cowboys in Colorado lied to Kendra Holtman or Rachel Holtman about me and you need them, how are you guys going to get it to work? So we just traced back the Antilla Man's blue terrorist attack on the school or the hospital that they said they didn't do, but really you guys did. So the 2 girls and 1 boy. Harry, if you swiped them like they do out here, because you're following the all-American way, and you need them, and you dismantled them and fucked it all up, and you pulled pieces out with the Google Duncan and shit, then how are you guys going to get it to work? Here's the big kicker for the group of you. You hear the sirens? If you need the police officers or the firefighters and the EMTs and the military's help, and the bigger group of you civilians screwed them over and send them to war all the time fighting for your protest when they'd much rather do fun stuff, then how are you guys going to get it to work? All American. That's why, Bernard, what you do makes you not the I. Doug. Indians. Joe, if you tell your grandchildren that you don't want them to be criminal, and they were being good and they were working to set it in and they had all this nice stuff and doing what they're told, and they find out you're a criminal, grifting them and sabotaging them behind their back and face mutilating them so you look cool in front of your friends or that group of people, and they're all fucked up now because you forced them to be faggot with you and they weren't supposed to be and they weren't before, then how are you going to get it to work? All American. It's not really hard science and math to get through people's brains. A lot of you do it so you can take over the server, but it's a shit mess. So how are you going to get it to work? If you commit rape and murder, Joe, and you lie about it, golden fag, then how are you going to get it to work? But then you frame me, and then now Bernard says that you suck when he was always on your side. Means, Bernard, you're a rapist, con man, liar, and a thief with Elton and Dawn and Karen. And it probably means, Bernard, that you are sleeping with other men's wives and daughters that you shouldn't have. So, Bernard Elil, a fag of LaChance, if you screwed over Aina Beswick or Jay Beswick and caused him to get a divorce and blamed it on me just so you could screw his daughters, and you fucked up his daughter, Bernard Elil, a fag of a LaChance for Ellery, then how are you guys going to get it to work? See why Joe got slammed by some blondes? Because he was a two-timing piece of shit. If you keep sending in rows and rows and rows of Negroes, read Randy and Ellery and Perlita, into a place where people are not too conclusive about them being there, and you ask them to help you, then how are you going to get it to work? There's a process that looks like it needs to be followed to get something to work. And if you don't hold to a tradition, Bernard, because you made your special four with Dave and you went around tearing up everybody's shit and taking it because you wanted to be a carny fag, then guess what? My idea of the I worked, and the more and more you guys did that stuff and played Steal the Biddits, the more sick and fucked up you guys got. It wasn't really about what I was posting online, right? It means the dials that were dropped, not Ellery shit, the real shit, proved, Bernard, Harry, that the group of you men raped and mutilated and killed the children to control technology surpassing this stuff that we deal with now. And that's probably why NATO and some of those people pulled it out, because they figured out that you group of adults, not the children that they had it in, you group of adults were insane nutter. Okay, Bernard? Harry, Joe, is it starting to sink into hillbilly brains? If you rape and mutilate people, Bernard, and you don't know if they're CIA, FBI, whatever, and they're sitting in those churches listening, and you fuck them over and you need them, then how are you going to get it to work? It proves, Bernard, that the group of you, when you came together, should not have been leaders. But now they want the fun stuff to work. Now they want Haley and Miranda back, but the first wave through, they threw a tizzy fit and ripped it all apart. Now it sucks. You know what? You guys got that spoiled ego attitude. It's not good enough. So the Antilla man that you guys worship, Bernard, the comic book moron that fucked everything up out here, you got to deal with him, because I'm done with it. Because he was a dumbass in everybody's shit. Got it? I told you, Bernard, I have rules. And I had rules for when it worked for me. I don't do Negroes. And I'm not fag. And I'm not happy that you sent out that thing to sit there and mock people, Bernard. So that's your problem. There's 3 drugs I don't use, and I told you, crack, heroin, and meth. No. I haven't even smoked weed. Don't do it. You'll live longer and you'll be happier. Have I done drugs before? Yes. But I don't do that stuff. Ever. I don't shoot needles. I don't ever. Never have done needles. No. Period. And, Bernard, I don't know what did not penetrate your brain the last 100 times that I told you this, and Harry and all that, when he has his special little one hidden somewhere with Perlita. I don't do gangs. I don't do Bloods, Crips, MS-13, and I don't do the prison shit, man. Because A, I don't want those people to deal with it, and secondly, I don't want them to go through that life. Now, people have already done it, so that's why I do this. I go, hey, you guys are better than that. You don't have to, once you get out, don't mess with it. But I never have, Bernard. That's not my personality, but I know you want it that bad because that fag down there seems to think that I'm going to sleep with him. And it ain't going to fucking happen, dude. Because I don't do that shit. I'm not LGBT. I don't do any of that. The way you guys run the system, not conclusive to how things used to work. And that's why I'm trying to send the message to you guys. When Elton and all them came through, guess what? They screwed it up. It's not how things work. If you don't follow a tradition and you guys are picking up on some of that, guess what? Because things were a lot different 3 or 4 generations ago during wars and stuff. Sorry. They ain't gonna come back and reset your world for you, Joe and Harry, every time. It's called time to grow up. If you didn't follow rules, if you make fun of the cornflakes, and all you had to eat was cornflakes, then I can't help you. You know, Bernard. If there are certain rules that my father said you had to follow and you guys mocked him and messed up his brain, then he can't help you. If you crash his plane or his ship, Joe, and fuck up the family because you're a jealous fag over the child and killed it and then destroyed the lines, then we can't fix it, huh? So other people go, oh, we've had to watch this shit the entire time, and Brian Miller and them find out they're right. Joe Zillig was a dumb shit with Bernard de la Carney. And so they go retool and get their friends, Bernard, because they don't want them to suffer through the same hand of your shit, and they go do something else. Are you sure like Kimberly and them didn't join him? Because he's smarter? He goes, well, we'll just do our thing again. Because he knows what he's doing. He didn't waste the stuff. I did it to help people. And the Indians came running through. Yay! Well, guess what? You gotta live with that consequence for doing stupid shit, Bernard, and being entertained by Harry and Elton and them doing that stupid shit to that stuff. Because that's not what they were. You can try to make a robot. It might happen in like 4 or 5 decades. Maybe. And even then it'll be different. So if you guys wanted to run around with the wild cowboy LGBT rainbow man and they tear up everything, guess what, guys? 19 trillion. $19 trillion in debt in a nation. So, talk to your government and say, guess what? You gotta find out a way to raise like 3 times that amount to maybe even come close to making it work again, Bernard. Maybe when you guys had it all nice set in, you should have said, let's keep it this way and not freak out. But, industrial stuff, man. Bernard, you claim to be that back then. I don't think it was you, dude. If it even happened. But I think it was something much different.